Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down, sliding out of the pocket. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. They go play action. Now Mahomes to the right side. It's Kelsey. The 40, 30, 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Mahomes now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Well, going deep here for Taylor. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Z. Ready. 319.
for this. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Taylor, the open man is Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jonnu Smith, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. And he knocks it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. It's complete to Chris Conley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. And here's Marshall. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. There he goes, right side. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there for KC. 54 yards. A first trip to the red zone for KC. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Keith Marshall, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing.
This is caught inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. And he puts it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run with Marshall. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Dancing to his left. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Taylor. Flush to his right. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Slow.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. This is Marshall. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ace. Left. Black 58 rail.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you, and anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And boy, what a great defensive play there. Worn out leverage, running to the football from the inside out, turned into a big loss of yardage.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he locates Walker, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays for Tennessee. Another first down for the Titans. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
he's got it at the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
On the crossing route, complete. That's Harris. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now, it's Taylor. Walker with a grab, left side. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Taylor now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Play action, now Taylor. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. On third down, Taylor. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. This is Johnson. He's got it. There goes Duke Johnson. Touchdown, Titans. Duke Johnson, 53 yards. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This one fielded at the 5. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Keith Marshall, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Now he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to...
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Then they got to come up with something big here on third.
Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Taylor will throw. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
Slow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson, and he'll bring this one inside the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Over the middle to Smith. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Taylor to throw. This is caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Delaney Walker from 21 yards away. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Marshall. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Taylor. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He will find Davis on the left side, complete. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunky yardage picked up there.
Being chased out left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football. I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation,
Back now in Nashville, it's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to let this one go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
This is Lewis. And some strong running. And he's got room. A second broken tackle. First down, Titans, gain of 12. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.